Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be converting the following conic equations into polar form. So in terms of converting a conic equation to polar form, the number one thing we need to remember is the three key equations. The three key equations state that r squared is equal to x squared plus y squared, and that's true because of the Pythagoras' theorem. Also, that x is equal to r cos theta, and y is equal to r sine theta. So for my very first step, all I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in r cos theta for x and r sine theta for y. All right. Okay, so here we're going to have r cos theta squared for the first one plus r sine theta minus 1 squared for the second part is equal to 16. And now I'm going to expand this by squaring and simplifying. So r cos theta squared is going to be the same as r squared cos squared theta. And then the second part here, remember when we have something like this, we need to use the FOIL method in order to solve it. So in this case, square the first, square the last, and double the product. So square the first. If we square r sine theta, we're going to get r squared sine squared theta. Square the last. Well, the last is -1, so -1 squared is 1. And then double the product. That's going to be -2 r sine theta, like that. Okay, next I'm going to factor out r squared. I'm going to common factor out r squared from the first two terms there. And the reason I'm going to do that is because then we're going to get cos squared theta plus sine squared theta in our brackets. And as you might remember, cos squared theta plus sine squared theta is equal to 1 by that Pythagorean identity. And so that's going to make our lives a lot simpler if we do that. Then we have minus 2r sine theta. And then if we subtract 16 from both sides at the same time, we get minus 15 equals to 0. And then for my last step here, I'm just going to state, well, recall that cos squared theta plus sine squared theta is 1. So therefore, we just have r squared times 1, which is just r squared, minus 2r sine theta minus 15 equals 0. And now we have the equation in polar form. All right, let's do a second example. So same kind of an idea here. We need to remember that x is equal to r cos theta and y is equal to r sine theta. So here we have x plus 1 squared. So that's going to be r cos theta plus 1 squared. And then over here, we're going to have r sine theta minus 2 squared is equal to 25. So that's step one. It's just where we're going to sub in what we need to sub in here for x and y. The second step for this one is we need to go ahead and expand this. So r cos theta plus 1 squared is going to be r squared cos squared theta plus 2r cos theta plus 1. All right, and how did we get that? We squared the first. So we squared the first one to get this one. We squared the last. 1 squared is 1. And then we doubled the product of r cos theta and 1. So that's a recap as to how we got that this one here, that expanding these brackets over here is going to get us to here. Okay, now let's expand the second set of brackets there. If we do that, we're going to get plus r squared sine squared theta minus 4r sine theta, so doubling the product. Squaring the last gets us plus 4, and that's equal to 25. Okay, now I'm going to combine some terms and also just rearrange some stuff a little bit. I want the r squared sine squared theta to be at the front with the r squared cos squared theta, because then we can use the same trick as last time where we factor. Then I'm going to add 1 plus 4 to give ourselves 5 over here. And then over here, I'm just going to write the rest of the terms as they are. So plus 2r cos theta, and then minus 4r sine theta, like that. Okay. Then I'm going to factor out from the first two terms r squared. So we get r squared times sine squared theta plus cos squared theta, like that. And there we go. And then plus 2r cos theta minus 4r sine theta. And then I'll also, while we're at it, I'll just subtract 5 from both sides and we'll get equals to 20. And then for our very last step here to changing this into the polar form, what we're going to do is just say, well, sine squared theta plus cos squared theta, that's 1. So we just get r squared times 1, which is just r squared, plus 2r cos theta minus 4r sine theta is equal to 20. And there we go. That's our final answer. As always, if you have any comments, please leave them in the comment section, and we'll see you for the next one.